So the Wisconsin-Milwaukee mission covers, like if you look at a map, which you'll need one to find Wisconsin, it's between Minnesota and Michigan, right below Canada. And our mission covers from basically the Illinois border up. So we cover the greater part of Wisconsin. We don't cover like the lumpy part that sticks out into Minnesota, but we cover, I would tell you the cities, but you don't really know them, just like straight up. And then we cover part of Upper Michigan, the UP, Upper Peninsula. The locals are called Upers. And so we cover, it's like from the top of the mission to the bottom, where like Milwaukee is maybe 10 hours. I'm not sure exactly, but it's a pretty big mission geographically. There are 6 stakes, 2 in Milwaukee, Green Bay, Appleton, Wausau, and Madison, and 9 zones, which are almost the same as a stake. Most of the missionaries there are English. All the sisters are English speaking. There's, I don't know, a dozen or so Spanish areas, like about 1 or 2, depending on the zone. And then there's also a few Hmong areas, H-M-O-N-G, which is like an Asian culture that they came over from like Laos and Vietnam after the Vietnam War. And they're just kind of like pockets of that population throughout the mission. And so I got to serve in a couple wards where like they do it so it's English in this area, and then if you're Hmong, it's like a bigger geographical area so they can all kind of come together. And so then there's missionaries who speak that language, and then English speaking sister missionaries or elders also. So yeah, you have the 3 languages. So the closest temple is the Chicago, Illinois temple, and that's about like 2 hours south of Milwaukee, maybe an hour south of Milwaukee. And so the rule in our mission when I was there is that you could go to the temple if you lived within 2 hours driving distance, which is pretty much either of the Milwaukee zones, give or take, and if you got a member to drive you. And you could only go once every 6 months. So I got to go twice because I served in the Milwaukee area at the beginning and end of my mission. And it's such a blessing. You just use your P day, your preparation day to go, and it's a great reminder of why you're doing what you're doing, because the goal ultimately isn't baptism, it's to get them to, to be sealed as a family in the temple and to have eternal life and to be with their families forever in God's presence. And so it's kind of a cool, I mean, we're there for the living, not for the dead, is what they always tell us, why we can't go super often, but it's a cool reminder of why you do what you do and the blessings that you're working to have, to help other people to have.